the other rumor to come out of the weekend was that Jacksonville, or rather not Jacksonville. I mean, Jacksonville's involved, but the other rumor coming out of the weekend is that Urban Meyer is preparing a staff for the Jacksonville Jaguars if the Jacksonville Jaguars decide to hire Urban Meyer. And I just am not sold on Urban Meyer as an NFL football coach. It's not that Urban Meyer is a bad coach. It's not that, he isn't incredibly smart when it comes to football. It's just that the college level and the NFL are two completely different beasts. And we've seen that a bunch when it comes to college coaches making the jump to the NFL. Namely, the big one is Nick Saban, who was the Miami Dolphins head coach for a season before he went back to Alabama and begun the dynasty that is Alabama Crimson Tide football. It wasn't a good fit for Saban for the same reasons I don't think it'll be a good fit for Urban Meyer, and that's because you're not dealing with young kids. You're dealing with men, and the tone is different that you take. The way that you teach and you coach is different. And you're dealing with, again, grown men, grown personalities. And of course the argument would be, well, Trevor Lawrence is still a kid. He's coming into a decent enough situation with the Jacksonville Jaguars. I certainly wouldn't want to be Trevor Lawrence and heading to New York. He dodged a bullet with that, by the way. The argument would be, well, if there's anybody that would know how to handle a rookie quarterback, it's somebody that has experience handling quarterbacks at that age. Even though Trevor Lawrence is mature, he's smart, he's wise beyond his years, he's calm-headed for the most part. He's probably one of the more mature prospects that you can get, especially at number 1 overall. I don't know if I would do it. I'm not sold on college coaches coaching in the NFL yet. And it's Urban Meyer kind of waves a red flag in my head because of just how he's left programs kind of just at will and then popped up somewhere else. It feels like he has commitment issues. Obviously, he won a championship in Florida in 2008, went to Ohio State, won a championship in 2014 with Ohio State, and then he just kind of retires. It's always retirement for Urban Meyer, and it's just like that for me. Maybe it's being petty, but that raises commitment issues for me. And of course, if you ever talk to coaches and pros, it's like it's always hard to leave the game that you love so much. You want to come back, you miss it every day, but it's just like I think Urban Meyer's probably pretty okay, with how things have turned out for him. I mean, two multiple championships, with multiple different schools, and obviously the NFL might present a new challenge to Urban Meyer, and that might revitalize his love of the game, give him some more passion, give him renewed motivation to do something like this. But it's just like I'm just not sold that he is going to be able to coach the talent in the NFL, just because it's so different from teaching 18, 19, 20-year-olds. You're coaching men. You're coaching, anywhere from 21 to 40, And also the fact that just when you look at the history of what Urban Meyer has done, yes, he's successful. Yes, he's a football mind. Yes, he is somebody that has delivered results, but it's like, is that going to translate? Are you going to get results, or is he just going to be there for a couple of years and then go back into retirement, and you've muddied your chance with generational talent with Trevor Lawrence? Now, obviously, it's the relationship is not just Urban Meyer, Trevor Lawrence. It's going to be the staff that Urban Meyer brings with him. It depends on who the staff is that he's rumored to be developing for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Depends on who that staff is, but I don't know. I feel like you should if you're the Jacksonville Jaguars, you're a small market team, you should not fall in love with the big name just because it's the big name. I feel like there may be better options somewhere else. And again, maybe that's just me being petty, but the argument for Urban Meyer is that, he's a college coach. He knows how to handle a college kid. Trevor Lawrence can turn around the future or turn around the fate of the franchise if he's everything that we think he's going to be. So why not bring in a college coach to coach essentially still a college quarterback? What is going to be a rookie quarterback? I just don't trust that the commitment is there for Urban Meyer. I have to see the commitment from Urban Meyer to believe that this is going to be a beneficial relationship between the Jaguars and Urban Meyer. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching that segment of the Hard Headed Sports Podcast. If you're interested in watching more of these segments coming out every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday as the show does, you should click subscribe to the Hard Headed Sports YouTube channel. And if you are interested in listening to the entire Hard Headed Sports Podcast in full, links in the descriptions to the Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts available on all those platforms. Thank you so much for listening, watching, and I will see you very soon.